Thank you and good morning, everybody. This is the day after the storm, obviously, and today is a good day to stay off the road. We've done an initial assessment of Miami-Dade County. We see no significant structural damage and no significant flooding in Miami-Dade County. That does not mean that there aren't areas of localized flooding, but in whole, Miami-Dade County, came out fairly well. Obviously, there's a lot of debris on the ground. You can start clearing your house, getting things out of the way around your home. Actually, neighbors, if you live on a side street and it's impassable due to some debris and branches, etc., if you can just push them out of the way, I think that would be a really good thing. It's time to clean up, but you have to be careful. A lot of people get hurt after the storm cleaning up, cutting branches, etc., so please be safe. We have one reported Irma-related death, and that was because of a generator. And remember, we've always been saying, when you're operating a generator, make sure that you run it in an open space, not an enclosed space. And unfortunately, in this case, the generator was run inside the house, and the individual died of carbon monoxide poisoning. We hope not to have any more of these fatalities, in the coming days. We know a lot of people are operating generators because we have so many people that are without power. Debris removal and power restoration, those are our top priority right now. We're working on restoring power, but the first thing we have to do is clear the road. And so we have hundreds of Miami-Dade County personnel doing just that right now. They started at the crack of dawn. At peak times, however, 960,000 accounts lost power from Florida Power and Light. And when you consider that they only have 1.1 million accounts in Miami-Dade County, that's well over 80% of the people in Miami-Dade County did not have power. They have restored power to 150,000 of those accounts, so there's still 800,000 accounts without power as we speak. We anticipate that it will take weeks to get everybody back online. We're working on bringing our hospitals, our food stores, and gas station back online as quickly as possible so that you can get back to your life, normal life, as quickly as possible. All the food stores that have generators are making every effort to open today. And as we get this information, we will update this on our website, www.miamidade.gov/emergency. As food stores open, you can get that information of which food stores are going to be open. Sedano's actually has 20 stores up and running already today. Walmart is restocking what they have and opening their Flagler and 89th store today. We're working on with a private vendor to open 31 public stores around town. They need gas for generators, and we're helping them with that. And I got word that I believe that we resolved that issue. So hopefully we will get a number of Publixes open up today. Please keep in mind these stores are not fully stocked. Don't expect to have every single item that you're looking for when you get there. We are working again with these food stores to get them restocked as quickly as possible. Traffic signals. If you've gone outside, you'll notice that most of our traffic signals are not working. In fact, only 700 out of the 3,000 traffic signals in Miami-Dade County are working at this time. When you come to a traffic signal that's not working, please treat it as a four-way stop. We don't want anybody to get hurt out there. It's going to take us some time to evaluate all, the other 2,300 signals that we have. We haven't been able to communicate. We're over 1,000 of them, so that means there's some kind of issue with them. And we have crews out there from our Public Works and Transportation Department out there trying to fix as many of them as possible, get as many of them back in operation, and getting you back on the road as quickly as possible. The water in Miami-Dade County is still safe to drink. There are no boil water orders anywhere at this time in Miami-Dade County. So unless you have very low pressure in your home, and that's usually caused by some kind of uprooting of a tree. So if you've had a tree in your yard uprooted and you notice low pressure, please take the precaution and boil your water. Outside of that, everybody else in Miami-Dade County, if you run out of bottled water, then I'll basically open the tap and drink all you want. The water in Miami-Dade County is safe to drink. Miami-Dade County Transit ceased operations last night. There is no Metro Bus, Metro Rail, or Metro Mover service today. Our neighborhood trash and recycling centers remain closed today. That's because those folks are out there clearing the roads, and they'll be doing that. So these centers will be closed until we are through with the task of cleaning and clearing all of the roads. Our landfills and trash and recycling centers are also closed. Those folks are also clearing the roads. Garbage service will start as soon as the roads are clear, and we hope to get that done as soon as possible. The airport is closed. We're doing everything we can to open Miami International Airport by tomorrow. Opelika is seeing an increase in activity from the Coast Guard. It's one of the few Coast Guard stations in the state of Florida still open, but the airport itself is closed. Our seaport, we're looking to open Port Miami early tomorrow. Remember, 911 is for emergencies only. Call 311 for questions. On Sunday, yesterday, I issued a curfew from 7 to 7. That curfew will remain in effect until further notice. Anyone involved in the recovery efforts, including those folks who are restocking the grocery stores, gas stations, etc., you can go about your business at night throughout the curfew hours. You may be stopped, but as long as you explain exactly what it is you're doing, it'll be okay. We don't want those efforts to be curtailed by the curfew. We're going to be looking at consolidating folks in some of the shelters and start to close some shelters, many of the ones that were operated by the National Guard, so that they can be relieved to go back and do other duties from around the state. Miami-Dade County offices are closed at least through Wednesday, and when we open them, we will let you all know. Essential personnel that work for the county have been contacted and are working to aid in the recovery efforts. All other county employees, if you have not been contacted, please make every effort to contact your supervisor. Miami-Dade County schools remain closed. Thanks to all the Miami-Dade County residents for following curfews and doing your part to keep our community safe. By the way, we will be establishing random checkpoints throughout Miami-Dade County, and we will be stopping people, so follow the curfew, 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock, unless you are involved in the recovery efforts. Thanks again to all our elected officials, Mr. Chairman. Also, thank you to State Senator Rene Garcia, who's here, and then Commissioners Barrero and Diaz for being here. Also, again, they've been tremendous partners in this effort. Our state partners, our federal partners. It's really been a pleasure to work with them and to continue to work with them as we now go through the much longer phase, which is the recovery phase. And believe me, folks, some of this is going to take a while, especially power restoration. When you lose 80% of the power here in Miami-Dade County, it's being methodically restored to the hospitals and those areas and that infrastructure that is vital to our well-being. And then we'll be, the Florida Power and Light will be looking to restore as many of its customers, as possible. But they're working hand in hand. But please be patient. We did lose a lot of power, and we do have a lot of debris on the ground. Again, thank you to all Miami-Dade County employees and all employees and volunteers that are working in this recovery effort. Most of us are taking care of our families, and our employees are taking care of us. So I want to thank them personally, and I know that the commissioners also and the state senator also wants to help, thank all of our employees. And these are the updates that I have for right now. Any questions? Yes.
Do you know off the top of your head how many agencies from all over the U.S. have come in to help in this recovery effort?
Well, I know federal agencies and state agencies for sure, and I know that embedded in federal agencies are local assets. USAR is a great example, Urban Search and Rescue. Even though it's a federal asset, two of the USAR teams are Miami-Dade County and the city of Miami. And so there is local efforts embedded in federal and state assets. And so, there are thousands of people. Plus, on the Florida Power and Light area, there are tens of thousands of people coming from as far away as California to help us to get our power restored. So we want to say thank you to all of those from around the country that are coming here. Actually, we will probably be sending some of our people to the harder hit areas of the state of Florida that really, need our help. So I know that our USAR teams are going to be deployed to the Naples area and down into the Keys, and I'll be reaching out to the mayors of those areas to see what assets we can give them from Miami-Dade County. We were spared the brunt of this storm. We still have a lot of impacts from the storm. We want to make sure everybody is safe. A lot of us are going to be inconvenienced. We won't have power for some time. But you know what? When you look at the alternative, I'll take this. And so inconvenience is a great thing versus, having your home destroyed and your life significantly altered, picking up our yard, obviously a lot more debris than normal, but and losing power for a while. I think that's, in essence, we came out much better than other parts of the state, and we have to thank God for that. Any other questions? Thank you very much. Please be safe. I know that you're out there cleaning your yards and doing the cleanup after the storm. Many people get hurt. Some, unfortunately, get killed. And these cleanup activities, make sure you do that in a safe way. And again, the message on generators, a lot of us are on generators, keep them away from any open window, put them in a well-ventilated space, never indoors, never in an enclosed space, because that is a very, very dangerous situation. One person already lost their life today. Thank you very much. May God bless you all.